Hello, welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, we're looking at another gigantic mechanized building that, well, it's not to be confused with a certain moving castle. No, this thing that I'm currently standing below of is called McTec's moving mansion, which is this glorious thing all the way over here. So this is an absolute ginormous building with fully moving legs, and with a click of a button, it'll start stomping around, and you simply control it with A and D to turn it around, then press number 2 on the keyboard to make it stop. I have a very brief look around the outside. I have a proper look around the outside, although it wouldn't be the usual detail that I usually go into. That'll be very, very brief. But that's it all the way around, with a moving section background there. Putting the camera like so, a demonstration I believe is in order, so grab and hold my character, coming all the way up to here, all the way up to the very top, release the middle section, into this section, opening up this doorway, all the way around, up here, into the seats, into this camera once again. We're going to put it down like so, that'll do quite nicely. And now I'm going to press number 1 on the hotbar. What's going to happen is, it's now going to start up and start stomping forwards. And that's all it does. It's surprisingly safe, it's very stable, and it may look scary, it may look like it's going to go clang any second, but no, it is perfectly fine to use, and it simply stomps along at quite a high speed. Grab and hold my character, bring up the HUD. Here we go, so we're moving about 10 meters per second, which is quite high for these types of vehicles, but it can go faster. With the free camera looking over to here, here it is slowly going uphill, and it's travelling just under 20 meters per second, so with a slight slope going down, it will be able to go above that, which would be something to behold, and I'll probably try that out later on in the video. But for now, I'm going to stop that, come into here, hop out of here, and hopefully it'll stop in a decent position where I can move the side around, get a better look at what's going on. Guess I want my character to come out of here, out the side, and I believe we have stopped moving. Yes, we have. I'm going to leave the character right here, bring the free camera all the way over, move the sunlight background just a little bit, and I believe that'll do quite nicely, just a little bit on the side. And I'm going to press F10, find the spawn menu, then we'll go around the outside, have a look around the interior, which is very impressive. Then we're going to drive around one more time and try and get it up to its maximum speed. So pressing F10, find this in the spawn menu, here it is. This thing is 2,676 large blocks, using pretty much all the DLC packs. It uses no mods, it has no scripts, there is a program block on here which I have added on the auto door and LL script myself. Just make sure all the doors close up behind me because it does irritate me quite a lot leaving all the doors open. But yes, it's basically a mobile home, so to speak, just another thing that I built to see if it works. Another work of insanity. I also added an automated pitch sensor to adjust the extra boosters when walking uphill. And there we go, it says to have fun. So giving this thing a thumbs up, we're going to move around over to, I suppose we'll look at this main body section first of all, then go down one of the legs, then we'll go around the interior like I said. So over here for the front of this vehicle, we've got our cockpit to drive around up here, and then down here's a small little observation section, which has nothing going on with it, just some windows to peer outside for your passengers' enjoyment. Down to here's the spotlight just twiddling around, just lighting up the area right below you. Then up to here on this section, we've got a little bit of red over to here, bunch more windows to peer inside. This is going to be for a living area, but down to here we've got a proper little living area to walk around in, and up to here we've got a large open, almost like a dance floor to go through. We'll see that a bit later on. Moving up slightly more, there's some more windows peered down at that top section, which I'm calling the dance floor. Then all the way up to the top here, we've then got a long conveyor that links up to a column with an exhaust block shooting out a bunch of smoke. And as you can see from all the way around this thing, there's a bunch more exhaust blocks shooting out a lot more stuff. Anyway, over to this side, we've got another little tower, another little observation room to peer outside of at where you're going. Down to here, more windows to peer outside of. Onto this section, this is where we started with, or how we got inside. So this is like a small loading bay, as well as a way to go all the way up, past this section, and into this bit right here. So all the way up to here, we've got an observatory. We can spin this thing around, lift it up and down, and we'll just aim at whatever you want to aim at to get a good look at what's going on. Coming down the sides, then we've got windows for all the independent floor. This section right here is going to be where your program block, as well as your toilets currently sitting. Then down onto the side, across here, we've got some red conveyors, getting there for some decoration, windows appear inside. There we are. Then up this tower. There we go. Looking at it as a whole on this side, like so. Then moving all the way down onto this part. This is back where I'm standing, so we've got steps go all the way up to the rear docking pad. There's some basic refineries to connect up to a large cargo container. I believe we'll come around over to this section once again. Here we go, so we look at it as a whole. There we go. Onto this side. Here we are, we'll start down at the bottom. Once again, more decorative conveyors come all the way up in the grey to some exhaust blocks. These ones just go into the wall. Up this section, There are windows here inside. Up to the top, air vents. Over here we've got some large windows where we can see a chandelier right there. We'll get a better look at that when we go around on foot. All the way up to the top, more resource blocks. This time these are shooting out fire. They get a bit closer. Round towards the back. And there we are. So this is our rear docking pad. We can fit a fairly big ship on here if you want to do that. Mining ship, fighter ship, transport ship, whatever you want to have on here. Even have multiple small ships if that's what you want to do. But it's entirely up to you. Down to here, they got moving cogwheels section, or at least as safe as you can make cogwheel section in Space Engineers. There's the back of our cargo container right there. Down to here, your atmospheric thrusters to assist you going uphill. Then as a whole, looking at the back here, get my light turned on. There we are. Moving up and looking down. Then moving all the way down underneath the main body. And there we are, so we've got atmospheric thrusters, we've got our spinning spotlights, there's an oil detector right at the very middle, and a little spotlight at the very front. Now it's time for our legs. So over to this section, we see it comes all the way down from a rotor, down to this section, up to a hinge, all the way up and across and down to another hinge, all the way down onto the bottom, then got some wheel suspensions with some more wheels on the bottom of it, and of course we've got all the legs all the way around us on the bottom sections right here. And I believe with that, that's a very brief look around the outside of McTec's moving mansion. And it was bloody glorious with how it speeds up. Absolutely fantastic thing that can just stomp along very safely, very securely, and at quite high speeds. But now for the more impressive side of things, time for me to grab hold of my character and take a tour of the inside. So all we want to do is walk past this section into here, small little observation area so we can look at what's going on each side, and of course check on the legs to make sure they're not taking damage. Come all the way up to this part, up to here, and around, and here we are on our docking pad, and this is it compared to the Engineer. And with that, it's now time to go on the main interior, so down to here, into the doorway, and here we are. Looking to the left, we then got a small library section. We've got 2 stories of books to read, and of course some chairs to sit on and read your books. Over to the opposite side, we've got ways to go to our cockpit. Up there is going to take us all the way up and further through the ship, or building even, or structure, not too sure what to call this thing. But around this corner, planters, fish blog. And of course we've got some more books to go and read. So what we can do is come up to here. Here we are. Whoop, a little bit stuck on there. Gotta use the jetpack. And here we are. We now grab some books, head all the way down to there, and read the books. Yes, through here very quickly. Opening up this. We've got a little walkway to come through, which is at the very front. See where the driver is taking us. So once that's done, we come up to here and actually drive the vehicle around. We'll come back to that a bit later. Through here once again. They've got a little kitchen block, counter table. Then we come up these steps. Come up these very steep steps. And here we are at another living quarters. So in here we've got a bunch of little tables to sit on to discuss your plan of actions. Around here is a farm kit to respawn on and recharge itself. Against this wall we then got some crates to store stuff inside. Doorways to take us to other places. Around to here, we need to peer outside. Over here, some more planters, air vent. And into here's your captain desk to sit on and act all snooty. Popping out of this, moving into the corner, looking at a hole. There we are, to the opposite side, past the vendor. And there we are for this section. Walking past this, opening up the doorway, here we go, we're going to move even further up. Around the corner, up we go, turning around, got a few more places to go. So up here's going to take us to our observation place, the very front of the ship, so all the way up. Here we are, and there we are, so there's the front, we can just about make out where we're going to be driving it down there. But yes, we can see all around this thing and what's going on, and if we crouch, we just about see the bottom of our observatory on the very top of that pillar. Yes, that's all there is in this section, so dropping all the way down once again. And there we go. Walking through here, through this section. Oh, we don't want to go there just yet, we want to come through this doorway. So opening up this one, here it is, here's what I'm calling the dance floor. So we've got a massive mat in the middle, we've got some jukeboxes around here, we've got seats to sit in, we've got vending machines, reactors, lockers, crates, and here's a small cargo container if you store a few bits and bobs inside. Looking up to there, that's that chandelier we saw from the big windows on each side. Jetpacking all the way up, that's all it is, just simply a disco skin, then a light panel and lights around the outside. Look around to this section, plants, beds, armory locker, seat sit-in. On this side, there's your planter. Around here, jukebox to play, and of course to sit in the seat and actually watch people dancing around. And that's about it for this room. So now we've got to come back through here, open up the doorway, and we're going to come through this doorway. And here we are, so there's a custom weapon controller, there's a locker. Now we've got to go all the way up this section, which is going to get a bit weird. So up these very steep steps, we've got this section right here. We've got planters, chair to sit on, and then we've got a toilet, and then a shower. Very odd little setup, have a toilet and shower. But, well, there is that. And we're going to keep moving up, all the way around. Then we've got this section right here. So we've got some more bookcases. And then here's the grammar block where I added on the auto and airlock script. Make sure all the doors can close up behind me. Once again, this comes with nothing on it by default. And around to here, there's another programmer block, nothing going on with it. Now we've got to come across to here and move further up. So up we go. We need to appear outside. And then over to here's a rotor, which is how we're going to rotate the very top section, which is our observatory. So around to here, into the seat. And now we're going to press number 1. And we'll now take it over the very top of this thing, so with the free camera. Looking at it like so. Press number 1 again. And now what's going to happen is we can spin this thing around, lift it up and down, and get a good view of what's going on. Back into here, coming out that, pressing that. And there we are. We now look all the way up at the sun, or at least very close to the sun. Look at the mountainside. Spin it around, see what's going on in the distance. As for that, that is it for the interior, all it has to offer, inside and out and all that. So now what we're going to do is come all the way back down, past all of this, and head towards the front cockpit, to actually drive around once again. We'll see what kind of speeds we can get up to. So we'll be down and around, opening up the doorway. I want to come through this section and move further down. Here we go, round the corner, past the kitchen table, up the steps, and here we are once again. So in here, nothing going on. Over to here, we then got buttons for our order detector. We then got our action relay, and then our antenna on and off. Then finally into the cockpit, these are the only other controls we get. So we've got once again our order detector, our antenna, then number 1, number 2 to make it move forwards, and of course to make it stop. So moving forwards, here we go. And away we go into the distance with the free camera. There it is, just stomping along. So realign the camera, so now we attach onto the main body, make it a lot more stable to look at. So looking around to here, and there it is just stomping along. I'll change it to nighttime, see what that looks like. There we go, so now we see all the flames coming out of the top. And of course the searchlight at the bottom just spinning around. Up to there. There we go. Round towards the back, we see the blue blinking lights on our docking pads. Then onto the sides. There we are. Moving inside into the dance floor. Doesn't really change too much because of all the lights coming out of it. And that's quite a big lag spike. Looks like it did hit a tree. That's probably the reason why. But no, first person view once again. And here we go. Actually, that looks quite bad. That might be the end of the video. We might not be able to get up to high speeds. No, what I am going to do now is find the thrusters. Actually speed up manually. So into here, thruster controls all the way up. And away we go. Free camera once again. There is 2 suns over there. What is going on up there? That might be Mars. Could be a sun. I don't know. But no, we're going to watch this thing go over this little crack. And I believe that's it for this video, because it is a very fancy design, but there's not too much to talk about with it. It's just a lot of stuff to look at, which I just highly recommend downloading and checking out yourself. Yes, it is a glorious design. But here we go, all the way across. How will this go? Will it crash, will it break, or will it survive to the opposite side? Bring the sunlight back around. There we go. It's gone all the way down, and it's gone all the way up. How about that? It did not break, but it did plonk a little bit. It's struggling a little bit to get up there. Will it get up there? I have high hopes it does. And yes, it does. It's now going to move all the way across. So there you go. You can go over little lips like that, even at quite high speeds. We are traveling at about 20 meters per second. But no, as for that, I believe that is pretty much it for this vehicle, or structure, or ship, whatever you want to call this thing. And yes, it's just a glorious thing to download and check out yourself, because it is a really nice thing to actually use as a base in survival mode. If you do want to spawn this in at the very start, to act all snooty and have a alternative start in survival mode. But yes, there will be a link to a description below to which you download and play around yourself. Highly recommend you do, because it is a glorious design once again. And well, I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.